Hey everybody. So over the past few weeks, we've been going through various NHL awards and looking at who I think the three finalists would be if the season ended right now and who I would pick to win. And we're going to do that again today with the Hart Trophy League MVP. This is obviously a huge award, and there are certainly some very familiar names in the running for it this season. So before we get into it, I just ask that you please subscribe if you are new and hit that thumbs up if you haven't. It helps the channel an absolute ton and is greatly appreciated. But Hart Trophy League MVP, this is one of the biggest awards in the league, obviously. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to go through the three players that I think would be finalists right now. And then at the end, I'll pick who I would choose to win the award as of right now based on the season so far. So let's get into it here. Starting with our first finalist, and this one is very, very obvious. It's Connor McDavid of the Edmonton Oilers. Connor McDavid has played 34 games this season. He has 21 goals, 39 assists for 60 points and is a plus 15. McDavid leads the league in scoring, almost 2 points per game in the modern NHL is absolutely insane. His scoring pace this year is absolutely nuts. This is a guy that is close to potentially putting up 100 points in a 56-game season. He's a little short of that right now, but he has a very good chance to put up 90 points this season, which is insane to even think about. I mean, it is 2021, not 1991. So the fact that he's putting up almost 2 points per game is absolutely nuts. And I think McDavid right now, obviously he would be a finalist for the award, and I think he's probably the front runner. At number 2, Patrick Kane of the Chicago Blackhawks. Chicago was not expected to be good this season, and they are, and they're in the playoff hunt, and they're in a playoff spot right now. And Patrick Kane is a big reason why. 33 games played, he has 12 goals, 32 assists for 44 points on the season and a plus 5 rating, well over a point per game for Patty Kane. And he's having a huge season this year for the Blackhawks. And really, without Patrick Kane, Chicago would not be anywhere near a playoff spot. So he certainly has a shot at the MVP award this year because it doesn't necessarily just go to the leading scorer. It's about the most valuable player. And if you take Patrick Kane off the Chicago Blackhawks, where is that team at compared to where they are right now with Patrick Kane? It's probably a huge difference. So Kane definitely has a shot at the MVP, especially if Chicago makes the playoffs. I think, if they end up missing the playoffs, I don't think he has nearly as much of a shot at it as if they end up making the postseason. If they make the postseason, Kane has a very real shot at this award. And I think he's my number 2 finalist right now, and he's having a great year for Chicago and a big reason why they are where they're at. And then for the third finalist, this was a tough one. This really came down to 2 players in my opinion, but I am going to go with Austin Matthews of the Toronto Maple Leafs. As far as the odds for winning this award, he is number 3 right now, so I'm going to have him as the third finalist. But I will say that Alexander Barkov of the Florida Panthers is making a strong push to be an MVP finalist this year. So by the time we get to the end of the season, Barkov might be the third guy. But I'm going to stick with Matthews for right now. He's played 29 games. He has 21 goals, 15 assists for 36 points and a plus 8 rating. Toronto is fighting for the lead in the North Division, one of the better teams in the league this year. And while Matthews has missed some time with injury, he still has 21 goals on the year. His scoring pace recently hasn't been nearly as high as it was early in the season. We were talking, a month ago about Matthews possibly scoring 50 goals. That he's not going to reach that this year. The pace hasn't been the same. He's also had an injury to his wrist, which has certainly hindered his scoring ability, and he has missed some games because of it. But still, Matthews, as long as Toronto is fighting for first place and one of the better teams in the division, or not just the division, but the league, he is going to be in the discussion for MVP, and he's had a really good year as far as goal scoring is concerned. So I have Matthews as my number 3 finalist, but I will say that Barkov is getting closer and closer to that number 3 spot as time goes along. So there are my 3 finalists for the MVP. As of right now, Connor McDavid from the Edmonton Oilers with 60 points in 34 games. Patrick Kane of the Chicago Blackhawks with 44 points in 33 games. And Austin Matthews from the Toronto Maple Leafs with 36 points, but more importantly, 21 goals in 29 games for the Leafs. And those are, I think, would be the 3 finalists as of right now. Who would I pick to win? This is a tough one for me, down between McDavid and Kane, but I'm going to go with Connor McDavid. Chicago's fallen off a little bit over the past couple of weeks, and that I think has hurt Kane's chances a little bit. And just Connor McDavid putting up 60 points in 34 games in the modern NHL is just such an insane number. I can't not go with McDavid for this award. It's just absolutely insane what he's been able to do. The only reason the Edmonton Oilers are a good team is because Connor McDavid is on that team. If you took Connor McDavid off the Edmonton Oilers, I mean, they're going back to picking in the lottery. Like, if without McDavid, they're a lottery team. So he certainly deserves a lot of credit for his play and what he's been able to do. And the Oilers would not be where they are without him, clearly. And 60 points in 34 games is just absolutely nuts. Again, that's like 1991 numbers in 2021. So McDavid would be my choice for the MVP right now, and we'll see if he keeps up this level of play for the entire season, but I have a pretty strong feeling that he probably will, because it's Connor McDavid. He's the best player in the league, and he is absolutely nuts, and he's been going off this season at an insane rate. He'll probably go over 90 points this season, which in a 56-game year is just it's incredible to even think about. But McDavid is my MVP pick right now, with Patrick Kane in a very, very close second, and then Matthews and Barkov kind of fighting it out for a distant third. But I would go with Connor. So with that, like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media. All those links are down in the description. If you'd like to further support the channel, the links to our Patreon merchandise store, donation link, and channel membership link are down in the description as well. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Let's keep this thing growing. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.